See, it covered it up. All right. Episode 85 of the Let Me Know Show. What's first on the agenda tonight? We got the joke of the week. We'll start off with that. What does the mafia and a vagina have in common? Any guesses? I'll give you a couple minutes. One slip of the tongue and you're in deep shit. Wow. Yeah, I guess you would be. Thought that one was pretty funny. Shout out to the sponsors. We, really appreciate all you do for us, and all that will be done in the future. Chris from B&S with the chipper and the Cocoa to Go, Big D's Pythons and Geckos, Static Morphs, 217 Pythons, and of course RGI. We appreciate you guys. I already got James Perry's vote. He put it in. But if you want to be entered in tonight's drawing, put in RWO for life into the chat. What else we got on here? Oh, RGI's video tonight. They're really close to having the monsoon shed test done. So if you've been waiting on it, it's really close. So yeah, free shed test tonight. Oh, and starting November, I forgot about this one. We're going to bring out Matt first where we get this one. What's up, Matt? How's it going, buddy?
Chilling.
Stan was running late tonight, so Prophecy's jumping in for him. How's it going, Devin?
Just chilling.
So starting November, what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I'm going to run it the same night as the shed test giveaway or a different night, but I'm giving away a sponsor's t-shirt every month. I can't ship snakes, so through the cold months, we're going to be giving away a t-shirt. How it's going to work is, whoever wins, you're just going to get up with me, and we're going to go to one of the sponsors' websites. I don't know if it'll be of your picking or I'm going to have a wheel or something. I haven't figured out the logistics of it, but I'm going to be giving away a free shirt from one of the sponsors, just so we make sure we're supporting them as well.
That's awesome. I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat.
James Terry. What up, dude? I try to be a little different than what other people done. And I haven't seen no one doing that. So we're going to try to show a little bit of more support to our sponsors by purchasing their merch.
Also, if you use the code INKY for RGI, you get a free shed test on top of your first shed test. Bro, shout out Tommy, Inky Clouds.
Sammy, what up, buddy? We had her on the show a few weeks ago.
That's my HRA buddy.
Brave. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming in. Stan's just getting home down there. What's going on, buddy? Hope all is well.
I have a big question for you guys, though.
Let's hear it.
Ken already knows. Ken already knows what I'm going to ask. What? Here's my question. All right. The question should be why Morph Market shipping is so cheap. The question should be why have prices been so high? And if possible, is there a possibility prices have been marked up because there was nobody who knew better enough to say something? Or there's no way to know? Because I know a guy, Rue Redline, with the rate he gets from Redline, is paying $51 for shipping, and a smaller breeder is paying $114 for the same everything, same animal, same weight, same box size. But one's paying $114, one's paying $51.
I think
Redline based theirs off of how much business you do with them in a year. I have noticed that.
Yeah, it's like how many snakes do you ship or whatever will kind of dictate where
What's up,
you end up with your discount.
But point is it really a discount if the price is being marked up?
it's get your sales up kind of stuff, you know. That's how I see it. Get your sales up, start shipping snakes out, and then maybe they'll give you a little more off each time. But yeah, I don't get those type of discounts.
Mr. Floppy's birthday today.
I'm just saying, the person who got the best discount, like even Morph Market's rates are lower than that. Like,
yeah,
spit it out, Mariah.
Because they're gonna have the whole market shipping from there soon, so it's just gonna streamline.
Are you going to use it?
I mean, for certain situations, maybe to test it out, see how well I like the format. Because I'm somebody that, like, if I'm going through, because I usually use Ship Your Reptiles. If I'm going through, I want to know the interface or whatever you want to call it, just the website itself, how to use it, if it's that easy. The convenience for me and just, you know, being able to go on and do what I got to do. But then customer service. Ship Your Reptiles has great customer service. So I would like to see a box not make it to where it's supposed to go, and then get a hold of somebody at Morph Market and see if they're as fast as, you know.
The way I view it is that none of these companies are actually going on the tarmac to get your animal shit happen. It all depends on what their relationship with FedEx is at the end of the day.
I'll tell you what, I had a package with Ship Your Reptiles that went out.
What up, Rob?
This lady that I sent it out to said that it was a FedEx facility, a shipping. Okay, so I sent it there. Here it was one of those like Staples, like Office Max kind of places that has a FedEx hub, but it's not a true FedEx hub, so they won't accept live animals there. So it went right back on the truck. And she was all beside herself. So I called Ship Your Reptiles. They said, okay, well, we can figure out where your package is at. They said, let us take care of everything. So I waited like 10 minutes. Maybe I got a call back saying your package is still in the truck. She found where it's going to, what hub it's going to. She's going to go drive there because it's only like a half hour or something. And she went to pick up her animal. And it was like that fast that they were able to communicate with them. Like I had nothing. I didn't have to really be a middleman at all.
But that's kind of what I'm saying, though.
Thank you much. If you're not familiar with that, when we get into 20 in the chat, we do the truffle shuffle. Some nights we pull a double one out. So tonight, it was the single variety.
That's good.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It really comes down to, like, again, like you said, the relationship the companies have. If you have a good relationship with the FedEx and you're able to get that, they're good. But that's what matters.
Yeah.
But it's like, but it's not. But I'm trying to say it's not very much different because at the end of the day, they're all just third party shipping companies, and it's FedEx that's doing everything. But my thing is, my worry from talking to a bunch of big name breeders and seeing their rates and talking to a bunch of small type breeders, I'm like, my conclusion is that it doesn't seem fair for the smaller breeders because the smaller breeders are paying the higher rate. The ones that are trying, because it's like, again, I get it, they're not making as much as the big names. That's why the big names are getting the rate. But Morph Market's rates, in my opinion, Morph Market rates are reality, are what the shipping companies are giving to the people that are buddies with them or have the relationship with them.
Yeah, I think so. I heard from another breeder that like he took the route of going direct to FedEx, and I think he even tried UPS before too. And he went direct to them but I guess you have to again ship out a certain amount to even be able to go direct. But he gets like flat rate shipping at this point, which is probably less than what Morph Market's even offering because they're going to try to make some sort of a profit, I would assume, off of each shipping label or base price or whatever that they have. But yeah, so like I think if you're able to go direct, do that, like skip all this third party, Ship Your Reptiles, Redline, Morph Market, because why not? Like, why not save yourself, some money doing it that way if you can.
From when I spoke to Darian, though, he said UPS. He was the one that negotiated UPS to start shipping reptiles again because UPS used to ship reptiles, but some people messed it up for everybody because they started shipping venomous without marking them, and then UPS shut it down. UPS shut it down, and it was daring to actually convince them to do it again. But my thing is like the way I look at it is, and if you look at the times, look from like the beginning of COVID, right? Shipping was like $45-$50 at most for like 1,000-gram female.
Yeah.
But during COVID, after COVID, it went from 1 year, it went from 50 to 70 to like 120. And there was never really explanation. But to be fair, we never really questioned it because it's like, Ship Your Reptiles always does us right. Redline always does it right. There's no need to question. There's no need to question the price.
The one thing that I would question is maybe just the fuel costs of, how things kind of went up. Once the fuel went up, that was kind of it. Everything else is going to go up. But again, like why now though, where fuel costs, I don't believe, I'm filling up a lot of vehicles and such throughout the week, but like that hasn't come down. So now why, like, I get what you're saying. Like, why are they able to come in with like some base price or a really low price for their whole market? Why can't everyone get that? Yeah.
If they would just say that their prices are high because of overhead and they have to pay themselves, pay their staff and whatnot, then I'd understand it. But there's no explanation into why, and there's no, and if the fuel price is a thing, then that doesn't explain. The big picture is why is Morph Market able to offer that legitimate rate?
Yeah, I think it's just the market grab, really. Like everybody on Morph Market will probably start using it if it is cheaper. Therefore,
as you said, convenience
monopolized shipping. In a way they can or will or possibly will.
As you said, convenience though, right? And like you said, the convenience, like buy animal on Morph Market, pay through Morph Market, and ship it. Because now when you acquire an animal, it gives you the option to use Morph Market shipping on the animal now.
Well, there's that streamlining just the whole process is going to, again, it's just going to corner that.
The question is why is it Morph Market jumping in
every lane? I look at that as Dorian being a businessman trying to make as much money where he can.
Here's the question. Why it shouldn't be why is the Morph Market jumping in every lane? It's why is Morph Market able to offer the low rate? And why do you have to beg Ship Your Reptiles and Red Lights for the same rates Morph Market? And why are they charging smaller breeders twice the rate that they already up? I know for one, I'm not going to name names, but it's a very good big name breeder of mine. Redline charges him $51.40 for shipping. His friend, who's a smaller breeder, same area, same animal, inquired $114. $114 for the same animal, same box, same weight. I don't want to hear. Where's that extra? Where's the extra 60 going to?
I mean, that's all in running a business. I mean, when you're running a business like that, you got to have a business set of mind, and you can't give everyone those rates. So, I mean, I'm not really standing up for Robin because, believe me, after my last 2 shipments, I'm going to check the other companies now, just to see if I could get cheaper, But I mean, when I'm consistently paying $80 to ship an animal, of course I'm going to see if I could get something cheaper. I mean, I will check Redline first, but I mean,
here's a question that Capital asked me.
It's about saving money to me anywhere I could save.
Here's a question Capital asked me a while ago. When I said I was loyal to RGI and I wasn't going to Charlie, he asked me, okay, he said, loyalty is nothing. He was like, but if Charlie has the same gene for less, are you going to stick with RGI or are you going to go to Charlie for the animal? No, you're going to go for the animal because it's cheaper. You're going to go for that shed test because it's cheaper and it's more convenient, right? Use that same logic for shipping. Are people going to stick with Redline and Ship Your Reptiles if RGI is offering 65% less than what Redline and Ship Your Reptiles are? Loyalty, at the end of the day, doesn't mean nothing when it comes to financials. People are going to pay what's cheaper.
I understand that too.
If it's that drastic, if it's like $50, yeah. If it's
If
$30,
Morph Market kind
probably.
of corners the market
But
and pushes
Then-
Redline and Ship Your Reptiles out, which I don't
Yeah.
think he could do. Robin's got a hell of a campaign going down there, and they're branching off in other things. Robin's consistently growing. If anyone, I could see Robin cornering the market and pushing the rest off.
I've already talked to.
If Robin would do that, Robin's the type of person that would try to get you a discount and try to make it cheaper. And I mean, Dorian probably would too, because he's a business guy and he wants people to go there, but I don't know the other people to speak for them. So
I would say this
it's about the representative of the company and what are they really going to do to help.
I'll tell you when I'll
public.
use Morph Market shipping when they make it convenient to ship my snakes globally.
Oh, they just
and maybe they
hired
can
someone
right
for
now,
that.
and I don't know about it because I haven't been on there in so long. But if I can have an inquiry from anywhere on this earth and they can just go through and pay, it's done. I have the money, they're done. And maybe
Dorian, you know what I meant.
And then it can ship right out with all the paperwork completed, everything is right there then and there. Then I'll probably use them for shipping. And if they do that, I think they will have, if they're able to. I mean, that might be too many legalities or so to like really deal with on that scale, but that's probably when I would use it. Because like
I will say this though,
semi-competitive with most people's. I don't get much of a discount at all, but
I will say
I
this
get what
though.
you're saying 100%.
Everyone that I've talked to so far, and a lot of people say, "Oh, this is going to put Redline, Ship Your Reptiles," but no, not because every big name breeder that I've talked to already, Redline and Ship Your Reptiles have reached out and offered them the same rates that Morph Market is given just to keep them. That's how.
It might drive some competition. Yeah, they might have to. I don't know. They might have to really keep pushing their business ahead again.
Josh Jackie's already said
to keep their breeders that are using them to ship, in their pocket, because if it is that drastic of a price, you're going to see some people moving to Morph Market and just making it that much more simplistic of a process, to ship your animals out. It's sort of stressful in a way that, like, every time I think about shipping an animal, it's like, oh God, here we go. What's, till it gets there next day. And it's all standard for the most part, everything. But yeah, the pricing is going to drive some people that way for sure.
I would say at the very, very least, Morph Market has raised some questions, and I think there are logistic questions. How much? And my question is, how much of the price of really are markup, and how much of it is realistic? Because again, I think that there should be questions, especially now that they're coming out. Why are smaller breeders? And I get it. You get discounts the more you do business with them, but I don't think it's okay to be charging smaller breeders who are struggling to come up more and struggling and trying to work on the getting to that point, charging them twice from bigger breeders. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it
doesn't keep them motivated. It doesn't keep them motivated to use. If they're really not, like, they're going to go where it's cheaper, like you said. And I believe that, but they're not going to be motivated to stay with a business like Redline or Ship Your Reptiles. If they're getting $90 pricing, somebody that's in the same neighborhood as them, maybe that's bigger than them, right?
Yeah.
Is getting like $30 shipping, and that's a $60 difference. Like, holy crap. Like, yeah, they're going to definitely go the cheaper route and just bail. And it's going to drive some people away from these other companies.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to beg any company to get a fair discount. And if I have to go if I have to beg your company for a fair price for shipping, I'm not going to use your company.
Yeah, an analogy to think about is like if you go to like an ice cream shop every day and you get the same thing every day, you pay a certain price every day. Well, the next person that comes in once a year is going to still pay that same price. They may give that person that's there every day, though, a little bit of a discount or maybe a reward. So I kind of understand, like, if you're bringing more business to a company, they may treat you a little better than somebody who comes once a year, once every other year, once every 3 months. somebody that's shipping 15 snakes out a day, like they're probably going to get the majority of whatever discount based on that. But yeah, it's not necessarily fair.
And another issue I have is
it
that
doesn't help either. But
as soon as Darian dropped the news of the Morph Market shipping, a bunch of podcasters that happen to be sponsored by a certain shipping company started dropping videos saying, we don't need Morph Market anymore. Why should you use Morph Market? Morph Market shipping versus Redline shipping. And I'm not saying Redline told them to make the videos. I just think it's interesting that ship podcasts sponsored by said shipping company are making videos about Morph Market and Morph Market shipping, putting them down after Morph Market shipping came out. I'm just saying.
All right, we're going to be doing the spend to win in a couple more minutes. This is your last call to put in on the spend to win. Put RWO for life in the chat. Do you guys want in on it?
Yeah.
All right, Justin.
Sure.
No, I'm good. Just the same for everybody else.
You know what? Yeah. Let's let the chat win. Let the chat win.
For everybody else.
But Rich, you told me loyalty doesn't matter when it comes to prices. You told me that when it came to RGI and Charlie.
Loyalty only matters to a point. I mean, if you're going to get your prices jacked up higher, that's not loyalty on their end either.
Like, is it selective loyalty? Like, if one, I just call it a markup. If you give me a discount on the markup, it's not a discount. You're still marking me up.
Will says no number to call if needed. That means I'm not using Morph Market to ship. I mean, maybe there's a contact somewhere, but if there's no number to contact to call if needed, like that's kind of crazy. I guess you have to go right to FedEx, but
I'm definitely the guy that tries out everybody and just gets my opinion from my own experience, more or less.
I may memorize it wrong, but if I memorize it wrong, I'm apologize, Rich. I thought the conversation. I'm gonna acknowledge that. If I was wrong, I'm wrong.
I just try to stay away from this and do my own thing. Like I said, if like because of my last two shipping experiences, and I'm not even going to say who I ship with, not even going to go to that. I'm going to start checking around because the prices I felt a little bit higher than they should be.
Exactly. That's the single best thing about this is that now people are asking questions and prices will come down as a result of this, regardless of whoever uses, prices are going to come down.
I mean, but I don't think they're that god awful high. I mean, if they would be down another $10-$15, I think that would be reasonable. I think $65-$70 in all realities isn't that bad of a price to ship an animal overnight anyway. Right. But when it's $85-$90, that's like, oh, come on, like,
especially when people aren't buying like a $300 or $400 snake, and you have some people that are just falling on a budget and just want a snake that are buying off of us and stuff that just want a $100 snake, and it isn't feasible for them to buy a $100 snake and spend $100 to ship the animal,
Yeah, I was just going to say that usually if I have like a customer that contacts me for some low end animal, like out in California or Texas or something on that west, I'm like, what you need to do is look up a local reptile show, support a local breeder, and go buy an animal from them, and you'll find something you'll like there. I know you like this animal, but like I've had like, I don't know, really cheap, like let's say it was way back when I had like a pastel posset pied
go the same way
for like a year, and I was like trying to sell them for like $50 back then, and it wasn't selling. And it's like somebody from California contacted me. I think shipping was going to be over 100. It's like, don't do this to yourself. Like I turned down a sale. Just go find a local breeder, support them, find something at a show, and that gets them out. Also, it gets them locally. Kind of finding their footing within the hobby. I don't want to necessarily also like, and this sounds maybe callous or something, but like I don't want to like answer all these questions. Somebody I'm not locally to at first with an animal like that. Anything else, like I don't have stipulation pricing or something that I like gauge my customer service on. I'm not trying to say that, but like for a first time buyer that's unaware that this pastel posset pied male is like probably just a pet to them. I don't think it was doing any, projects. Like, it's go meet somebody in person, find somebody local, support them, and and, you know, make a connection, a local connection where you can actually like talk about this animal, grow in the hobby kind of that way on an animal like that. But I usually try to sell those animals at shows and stuff where I can do the same thing, like meet up with local people. But
here's the thing, like I don't mind paying
That
like
105 memberships. I think you got to click on it. So the
That's
first
my
5
boy
people
Eddie.
click on it.
I don't mind paying 100 or something shipping for like a high end animal if I'm already paying like 1,000 or 2,000 anyways. I don't mind it. But if it's like a 200, or like $150 animal, I don't want to pay like 90 or $100 shipping on like a $200 animal. I could,
Right.
but
yeah, but and there's insurance, which is a lot cheaper than just adding or tacking on like 20, 30, $40 to a shipping cost just because it's a higher end. But on the other side of that, like, yeah, like honestly, if I'm spending any high amount on an animal, like I wouldn't mind spending that extra $100. But then again, I also try to like look at things like if I'm already spending, like, let's say it's 5,000, I haven't and probably wouldn't.
shipping should be free at that point.
Free shipping, right? Yeah, you better send that shit free. But yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, it should be free at that point. But yeah, I mean, there's a range, right? That like shipping or a heavier animal. I get the heavier adult animal being shipped. Like,
I got a new thing. See, Wisconsin, apparently there's this law that when you have like import any animal, any exotic animal, you have to have like a certificate of CVI or certificate of veterinary inspection. And for some reason now, now that every time we ship an animal into Wisconsin, apparently we have to have it. I didn't know it, but it's weird. So it's like an extra $50 to $200 on prices, depending on what it is. It's crazy.
That's
Last
crazy.
chance to enter RWO for life for getting in on the shed test. I'm going to spend it in about 30 seconds. If you want to enter it now. RWO for life in the chat, get you in.
What Capital said is right, though. You know, see, I may disagree with Capital, but Capital, he spits facts like a lot of the time, bro. Like he's one of those.
Rich is good people. Yeah, he's definitely good people.
Yeah, he sets me straight a bunch of times, bro. He got me on Team Charlie when I was strictly Team March.
Enter RWO for life if you went in on this spin for an RTI shed test. Sorry to interrupt y'all, but I'm just trying to get it out there.
No, yeah.
Hell yeah, get it out there.
I was told about it when I bought that Batman het DG from Jeremy from Fireball. He said apparently I needed like the CVI, and he only charged me like an extra 20, but I didn't really care. I was like, okay, I'm already paying like $1,000 something for it. But yeah. How's your season, Justin?
This.
Here we go.
Because of my phone, but you can see it stop.
Just blow yourself up.
Merlin's Morphs, Crystal one.
All right.
See, maybe.
Oh,
you can't.
I think the green screen's kind of.
Yeah, I can pull it off, but I'm not bullshitting you. Like, I'll take a screenshot of it and put it on. Crystal from Merlin's Morphs. I'll get a hold of you after the show and on IG and direct you from there on how to claim it. It's pretty easy. You just pretty much send RGI an email and they'll give you a code and you got a free shed test.
Hey, shout out Zach, bro, in the chat, bro. Zach, bro's my favorite boy. Him, his wife, and baby, bro. Yeah, awesome people. Bro.
Yeah, they're good people.
Hey, good people, bro. Sure. I've known him for a while. Back, I know it's Facebook thing.
So, Matt, like we've been talking about all the shipping. We're about halfway into the episode. I mean, we really don't like to kind of base it on too much questions, but we like to get a little bit of information out about you. So who the hell are you? Where are you from? Like, why are you doing this crazy ass shit with snakes?
Well, my name's Matt, but I'm from Pennsylvania, Reading, Pennsylvania
Yeah, boy.
originally. What's that? PA.
Eagles
PA
fan or
boy.
Steelers? Eagles
Yeah.
fan or Steelers?
No, neither. I grew up a Dolphins fan, so
Ah.
you know it was like the
Florida.
Marino era
Come on.
kind of. But yeah, I don't really care. I follow whoever's good now because the Dolphins sucked for so many ever since I was born. That was it. Like I think I'm the curse, but either way, yeah. So when I was a kid, like everyone else probably in this chat and on this panel, like you know, we probably got into picking up frogs and toads and salamanders and all that crap, like when we would be off, run around, whatever. But I didn't really get into reptiles until I was like a teenager. And then I ended up with I got as a birthday gift, I got an Egyptian ear mastix. So that was kind of my introduction to like keeping reptiles. And then that was it. Like it faded away for a while. And then one day I was in a pet shop and I think it was like a Petco, and there was a piebald ball python, and I'd never seen one before. And I'm like, holy crap, what is this? And then after that, it was kind of like my brother sent me to Morph Market because I sent a picture of it to him, and I was hooked at that point. It's I got to have one, and then I have to have another, and then I wanted this one specifically, and then I want another, and then it's like I could breed these, and like everyone else probably, you see one, and whether it's a spider, a bumblebee, or maybe like a piebald, it kind of just grabs your attention. And I think that's what's great about ball pythons. There's just infinite, I'll just shout him out now, but Nathan, infinite possibilities. It's like the morph thing is just, you know, it just grabs in, that's it. And you just want to do your own thing and put your own thing together. And then you want to kind of maybe take something from this breeder or that breeder and kind of mix different ideas. And that's the chemistry of it all, right? Like just the thought process of putting these morphs together and
My brother
just going mad with it. And that's kind of what happened. And then it just kind of slowed down a little bit. Now it's like, it's whatever. But
right.
you get hooked, man. You see this shit online on Morph Market specifically, and you start looking for other things. You end up on YouTube. You see videos on YouTube, and you start thinking, "Oh, I could just show what I got. I have this. I can do this." And that happened for a few years. Went out to Tinley in 2018, and it was around that time. I think it was like that was in March, so it might have been later 2018 when I stopped doing YouTube videos and just stuck to just breeding. Just focusing on the animals, breeding, Instagram, stuff like that. I like being on Instagram a lot and checking things out, but
right.
Yeah.
So like what are you working with? What are you like really you're I don't want to say kind of your top ones, but what you like the most, you know, like value is like monetary value don't mean nothing. Like what?
Yeah, I have the things that I like, I probably don't have as well. Like there's so many morphs and genetics, and we could talk about this probably till tomorrow morning, right?
Sponsor, man.
But yeah, Chris is in the house. I don't know. He doesn't know who I am right now, but Chris, I'll see you at Gettysburg, man. We'll hang out at Gettysburg. I was gonna wear his shirt tonight, but it was like I wanted to go black, so I like my black shirts. But
right.
Yeah, so my top projects or like where I'm at with things are just like trying to focus on the interactions of the incomplete dominance of the morphs, right? But in the recessives, because you know it's the whole like standard, but Desert Ghost stuff that I'm working towards and trying new things with that, trying to take light and dark and dark and dark, but also bring in some highlighted morphs to kind of electrify those darks, because you know, with Desert Ghost, you kind of get this really clean tan look over a lot of the patterns and some of the color mutations, but like pastel just electrifies it. And there's going to be some more probably too. And you get into like your Super OD Desert Ghost stuff. That stuff is really, really nice, but it's hard to get off of that just clean desert colored look. But I really want to kind of mess with that a lot and clown as well. But everybody's working their triple and quad recessive projects. I think some of us will be there soon enough, but like, so I'm taking more of the shed testing approach where maybe I'm taking a het Desert Ghost male and putting it to another recessive female, or a double. Let's say it's a visual clown Het Desert Ghost mail, and I'm trying to get those 50% odds, and then just send the sheds off just to see what I have as far as triples go. I'm just taking the like gamble that way with some of my projects, only out of like necessity though, because of last season. Last season was kind of like shit for me, so
right.
a lot of the males just stopped breeding, and it was like, okay, like where's my season going to be at? And it was just really limited. So I learned my lesson there, and stacked a few other males with the way the market is right now. And you can get some really high end, really nice projects, really cool projects, odd projects, but just at super, super low prices, and throw those extra males, just pick a few up just to have them. And, they're thankfully this part of this year now, I guess it's a new season that we're kind of going into. A lot of my males or backup males or just secondary projects are now like plan A1 and A2 rather than like last year where I was trying to like plan C, D, E, and F and nothing was working. It was like, shit. But yeah.
Makes sense.
So Desert Ghost is a big one for me. I got a lot of het females or double het females that are kind of coming around to that age range. But I just like trying new things and just different things with like some of my combos or whatever I'm working. But you also got to visualize kind of ahead, because you don't want to just throw shit to a wall and watch it stick, right? You want to kind of have something that comes out of it. And so you got to know what you're working with and just, studying all the genetics. But I like a lot of stuff, like the Cosmos stuff that came out that Justin has from, I'm assuming Europe, some sort of dinker import that was obviously going to prove out, working that, something like that. That's amazing. The Bambino stuff that is over in Europe as well is just really cool to look at. Some of the granite stuff, stuff that I don't have and probably won't have for a while. But I did pick up some stuff like Grim, being a granite. I want to get some like super Grim Clown. It's a Grim Het Clown female. But I like Trick. Trick's an old one. Leopard. Those are high on my list.
You mean Hurricane?
Hurricane, well, Trick, Hurricane, whatever you want. Yeah, but I got Trick, and it's a really good example, and stuff that I produced is really nice looking, like the really higher end Hurricane stuff. The pronounced, stuff. The stuff
it identifies as Hurricane. It's Trick, but it identifies as Hurricane.
Yeah, it's
Is that one accessible? Could we see the Trick?
Yeah, I can pull some stuff out and show some of that for sure. I can either go on my phone and show some of it, but yeah, Trick, Leopard, Desert Ghost, Clown. I got Sentinel. If we're going Sentinel or Paint, right?
Say some Paint.
Hey, I got a Sentinel. I got a Banana Sentinel female, or Core Glow, I should say, because that's what it came as. But Core Glow Sentinel female, that's up to the size that I've been breeding. So I'm trying to. That's one of those ones where I'm taking a chance where I paired a Fire Red Stripe Orange Dream Clown Het Desert Ghost to her. So I'm I'll have to test for a Desert Ghost, but I'll have my possible triple het Paint Sentinel, Coral Glow Banana, Desert Ghost stuff maybe lining up. But Banana is like, I would stay away from Banana in Paint or Sentinel unless you're going to bring like something with hard contrast like Yellow Belly, Spot Nose maybe, because they'll bring in some of the colors. She got washed the fuck out, man. She's like you could barely see the patterning on her and stuff like that.
I think
I'll go grab some Trick stuff real quick, a few things, whatever.
Show some off, definitely, please show some off.
I got a question. I got a question for you, Matt. What's your back? Ooh.
How you been? Justin disappeared. I was gonna say, how you doing, Justin? How you doing, Prophecy? How you been, buddy? There he is. Justin, how you been?
I'm enjoying life, man. Enjoying life, living life. Every day. Don't take it for granted, bro. Just glad I'm here another day.
All right.
Also, I want to say real quick, to anybody who's affected by the hurricanes in Florida, North Carolina, Darian is out giving everybody who affected a free Pro Morph Market membership and $100 off, $100 shipping. So all you have to do is email them, and you'll get it.
That's what I like to see.
So
if I hit stop cam, it just takes me off. Why does it do that?
Yeah.
It never does what you want it to.
Yeah. Remember how it used to like put my logo there. It's not doing that. Like, why the hell is it not doing that?
There's been some changes on some things. So I mean, like I tried to give away memberships like Eddie did earlier before we got in, and it wouldn't let me do it. And I'm like, what the hell? So while he's showing snakes, I'm going to try to give away more memberships. I got 10 to give away.
There you
Eric,
go.
I'm gonna tell Darian to ban you from Morph Market just because you out here playing too much. Be like, ban that man. Nah, bro. I was so disappointed when Matt didn't say he was an Eagles fan. I'm like, bro, I'm an Eagles fan. I love Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, bro. I'm a diehard Penn boy, like, and now I just shook my head, man. I shook my head. I was like, oh, hey, Pip. Ashley from Pip Stalkers.
What up, Pip?
Hey, Tara, we're into that Black Exantic project. If TSK Black Axe, potato.
Hey Ken, are you able to switch? I don't know. I entered on my phone over at kind of a display area. I don't know if you're able to.
Did you join the did you join into the StreamYard?
Yeah, and it basically mimicked this. So it's like on my phone it's showing
Just
me
close
that I'm
this.
still here.
Okay.
Close this.
Then he's got to open the other one. He'll take care of it.
Yeah.
He's done now. He'll pop open the other one. There you
There you
go.
go.
All right, we're good. Let me turn my volume down over there and mute myself over there real quick. Hold on.
Blow that one up. There you go, Ken.
All right, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
All right. So
if you set your other phone by you too, we could hear you good. Because it's obviously using that mic, probably. Whichever one.
Okay. Hold on.
So Matt, I think the question everyone wants to know is how much HRA do you have?
I don't have any head red Xanthic at all, but I have black pastel, black head. I have phantom. I have.
That's not acceptable, bro.
So much yellow belly stuff from my yellow belly clown male that's het pied, and that's a crazy. This is part of that project, but these guys are so coiled up here. But this is a yellow belly trick. There's also a possible dinker, but this is yellow belly trick, het clown, pos het pied.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
Look at those armbands.
Yeah.
This is probably the better of the two examples. The other one's has a little bit less, and this one's going into shed. I don't know if you you're not gonna be able to see the eyes too well, but this one's going into shed. The belly's kind of pinkish.
You got a good contrast for even going in the shed. So
yeah, and then this is the other one that's a yellow belly trick.
Oh, I like the armbands on that one better. Look at the.
That one looks dope. I like that one too.
That looks
this one just doesn't have the richness in the flames as the other one does. Like this one's not bad, but like the other one's kind of really orange compared to this one. But they're both really nice examples. And then this is those are yellow belly trick, and then this is a yellow belly black pastel trick. And this one
het for anything?
Yeah, these are all siblings. They're het for clown, pos het pied.
Jamie, where is?
Hey, I'm gonna need a female.
But I don't like pied too much, so there's this one. So, and again, there's a possible dinker involved, which we won't get into because that's like an all night thing. Probably could go on for that. Which, if you watch on Keys Constrictors, when I was on there, I went through a lot of the yellow belly stuff from this male that's sired some of these clutches. But there's those three. And then there's this other one that is not trick. I had it tested, because I wasn't sure what it was. So I think it's black pastel, and then I think it's a dinker. So there's this one. So I think this is black pastel dinker. I had this tested and it came back negative for tricks. So I know it's not that, because there's some indicators that it could have been possibly, but like it definitely doesn't look like the black pastel tricks that I've hatched out, which I could show one of those off. But this is what I believe to be and I could test it for yellow belly. There could be yellow belliness, but I've also hatched out black pastel yellow bellies and they look nothing like this. So I think this is part of the dinker. I think this is dinker yellow belly, or no, dinker black pastel. Sorry. But again,
I think
so
you're right.
So
Yeah.
I've hatched, like I said, I've hatched out black pastel. Here, I'll show you a black pastel trick. No.
It won't. I don't know. Something's lagging on that.
She's-
It's not letting me give them out. It just says.
This is a black pastel trick. This is I don't think this is the mom, but this is like a daughter to one of the moms. There's all this chain linking
Yep.
and stuff towards the back. So that's a black pastel trick female.
Interesting.
And she's het clown, paws het pied. Yeah. And then so like here's the black pastel yellow belly. And again, it's this one tested for not trick, but this is it's a different, I don't know, it's just a different tone. Maybe it's not a good representation. This is an adult male here. But I'm gonna get him tested if I have to, one way or another, or breed it out. But I gotta figure out this stuff that I have going on here. But those are some tricks. I have also, hold on. This one came out this year. This is a baby that hatched out this year, and this is this male here, which I'll isolate him quick. I gotta remember where these all went. No, it's fine. I got it all. So this is the black pastel yellow belly trick right here, right? This guy.
Yeah.
That's the black pastel yellow belly trick, het clown, paws het pied, and then this hatched out. This is that, but with black head.
That's
that female or male?
I think this is a female.
That's
How much you want for it, brother? How much you want for it?
And this is another one that's het clown, paws het pied. So let me check real quick 1 second.
Hey, bro, just let me know how many zeros I need to add to this check. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a female.
Hey, yo,
Right on.
yep. Hey, just might as well just send her over here, man.
That's pretty. That's gorgeous, actually. I like
That
that.
there is awesome.
Yeah,
that's
and this is what I mean, like trying to just push these limits that not many people are kind of, and there's other things like this out there. There's some breeders that I follow that really work blackhead, black pastel, and some of this yellow belly stuff that really like kind of push these oranges to the blacks, and
Right.
it just
Do you have
kind of
any
separates.
I've got some blackhead red gene, and that's clean. I like that.
Yeah.
Matt, do you have any stranger?
No, I don't have any stranger. That shit's was too expensive for me. Now it's probably not.
Do you want stranger?
I don't know.
I say, I mean, I got some stranger het clown stuff. I got some nice stranger stuff. If you're willing to discuss, like maybe one or two,
Maybe one day we'll talk. Maybe one day we'll talk. I got so much of this shit.
But listen, listen.
I'm trying to put it to HRA. Listen to Eric.
Hey,
Hold on, let me.
Hey, yo, I would put the HRA Super Blackhead Onyx Trick Strangers. Bam.
Hold on, I'll get some other stuff out here real quick that I'm pretty happy about, that I've made. Again, like not necessarily some of my higher end stuff that's going to eventually be, but like this guy. So that was a split clutch, and this is a clutch mate here, but this is a fire red stripe blackhead. So my fire red stripe sired this one out of the clutch. So it was this one, and then my male yellow belly clown
That's clean.
het pied that sired that other one. But yeah, to a blackhead female.
The red stripe really destroyed the blackhead on that.
Yeah, so it wasn't the it was a different, it wasn't the yellow belly clown het pied. It was this one of the sons of his that is a black pastel yellow belly trick het pied. I think het clown, yeah, het clown, het pied. But yeah, this came out pretty cool. So I like the fire red stripe stuff. I got a fire red stripe male back in like 2018 in Tinley, and it was so hard to get red stripe because that's when the Pompeii came in. But I picked them up and then just plug them away at a few different animals, made some red stripe stuff. But this thing's just really nice, dark, brings into contrast. The fire really elevates, the brightness on that dark back, but it's almost like a darker red stripe. You're not really seeing some of the red tones. You kind of are and you kind of aren't, but it's just a really sweet example. And the red stripe I have is from like the Rennick line or whatever, wherever he got his red stripe from. It came kind of directly from his collection. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet looking snake.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think about red stripe being possibly a lilac with acid and confusion?
I don't know. I don't know too much on that. It sounds like that would be promising for sure.
What have I seen?
But I haven't heard anything really about it.
There's something I've seen here recently, two combos that aren't really known to be allelic, and it looks like they make an allelic combo animal. Hold on, let me see. I thought a whole thing out on this the other day. I bet you I'll forget. I won't remember. But a light bulb will come on.
This one's deep in shed, but this is one of my favorites from this season, and I've shown this one off a few times on Instagram. This is a GHI yellow belly fire. GHI yellow belly fire. Het clown, pos, het desert ghost, pied.
Oh wow.
50% on both of those. So I'm gonna get it tested for het desert ghost because again, I'm not really too concerned about the piebald aspect within my desert ghost clown projects, which is why I bred the male I bred to the female. My female was a fire leopard GHI het desert ghost female, and the male was my yellow belly clown, that pos dinker, het piebald male. So, but there's
wicked.
Matt,
yeah, and it's deep in shed. Like this thing's almost peachy and orange through here, but I can't wait till she sheds. I'll probably post an update. Her eyes are just it almost looks hypo, but what's up?
Matt, if you use code Inky and RGI to check out RGI, you'll get a free shed test for your animals. So you can test for both.
Didn't you say it's for your first shed test for a free shed test?
It's if you use code Inky for each shed test you use, you get one free.
More GHI.
Oh. Yeah, this is from the same. There's a lot in this clutch that were really nice. We're kind of going backwards. Well, not really backwards in genetics. It's a little brighter, but I don't think fire's in this. So I think it's a GHI leopard yellow belly. And then it's het clown, pos het desert ghost pied. So that's this one. So this one's staying here because I like this one a lot. This one might be too. I don't know if this is a male or a female. Yeah, this is a male, so I'll probably think about keeping this male. But they all have to be sent in for shed testing for the het desert ghost. But yeah, and then we have a few of them that haven't eaten a whole lot, but they're fine because they're just little yet. But there's this one. So this one I think is a GHI fire leopard yellow belly. So I think fire is in this one. Has that like kind of brighter head stamp to it. It's not showing up too much on camera. Maybe we could see a difference here in like just how bright the flames are compared to each other. That's why I think this one has fire. It's got
Yes.
the enclosed head stamp up top.
I'd say it's got the enclosed head stamp. A lot of fire. Doesn't it have where the stripes connect them there on the back, you know?
Yeah. The only other thing, too, is like that dinker and that yellow belly clown male of mine that's possibly there that I still am working on, which could enhance some of this stuff. But, and I could show him then just so you can see, like, he's just not like a normal yellow belly clown. But again, I could go on through this whole thing all night and keep doing things. But yeah, some cool animals here. Just I love GHI, love leopard, love it together.
Hey,
and then the yellow belly in there. So then this one, this little, I think this is another female. So I think I have. Hold on. Yeah, so female. So this is the male. This is a female, and then this other one here is a female. Let me check this one quick. Just really.
I agree, Eric. It's definitely a good gene.
Yeah, that's a female. So these two are females. This is a male. This is another female. This is one of them that's had like maybe two meals compared to like this female here who just eats every. I could feed her every day, but so this is a leopard fire yellow belly pos dinker, but from the same clutch, and it's not focusing. I don't know why. Hold on. There we go.
There's GHI in that, obviously, right?
No, I don't think there is GHI in this one. So that's what I'm saying with this dinker. So here, let me get the male out real quick. I'll show you why.
I was gonna say that looks GHI to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at the neck up there behind the head.
So
Marble,
this is
what I was saying. I think it's going to be an allelic complex.
So this is the dinker. Well, this is a yellow belly het clown, but like this isn't a yellow belly or not het clown. Sorry, het pied. Yellow belly clown het pied.
I'm about to say, I'm like, you sure that's a het clown?
Yeah, and you see
why the dinker's almost looking kind of like it, but see, the thing is, like that dinker gene isn't breaking up like the other snake you just had in your hand when you pick it up. If you look behind the head, that on the dorsal right, you see the pattern breaking up in the middle of that pattern. To me, that's what GHI is going to do.
Like right here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what GHI is going to do. And your dinker's not doing that breakup. It's giving you that pattern detail for sure, but it's not giving you that breakup right there. Of course, I don't know. I'm not no expert at it either, but that's just my opinion would be.
Well, yeah. So let me see something here.
Unless you do have some of your dinker is doing that, you know, it's giving you that really strong, that kind of granite in the breakup of the pattern, you know.
So this girl's in shed, but I think this is possibly isolated dinker. But she's in shed right now. But she kind of has some of that at the top of her head. But I'll get the other one out that's more pronounced. So this is a possible. It's like really dark and has like high flames, but it's like pitch black on the back. And then there's a little bit of popcorn down below. Let me get this other female and show her to you because she's a little more pronounced. So I have two females that I may have isolated this. And you'll see on this female much better, but you can see like, so what we're seeing is the connection of the alien heads where they kind of extend out. Right. And then the pinching, whoops.
Yep.
There's a pinching at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's also its own popcorning, but
that is wicked.
Yeah, so it adds some dashes to it. You can see it on the other side too. So we have that where you see it on the male here, where it links them and then it kind of pinches the bottom.
Yep.
Okay, now
you got to run away.
Then you got GHI and your dinker in that one, they're playing with each other and fighting each other maybe a little bit in that one.
Well,
I don't know. I
don't know, but it's like it's really. Hold on, I got to get these two big ones back in because they're kind of like.
Of course, you got leopard at play. You got that dinker gene, and then if you want my opinion, the GHI, all those right there, just fighting each other. It seems like, you know.
Yeah. And then we got this other one here that from the same class. And we got one. Well, no, there's two more then actually after this one. But so this again is the yellow belly. This is a yellow belly fire leopard possible dinker. This is where I think dinker really shows up.
That's clean. Yeah, that's wicked. It almost look like puzzle pieces right there. Yeah, doesn't it look like you just put them together?
Yeah. Or some sort of writing, but yeah, like it's
crazy.
Looks like puzzle. It looks puzzle-ish.
That's wicked.
You want to know? You want to know how to know if it's not puzzle, if it was puzzle or not?
Test it.
No, put it in a clown.
Yeah, you can get a normal clown. So
Get a
that one
bunch
I
of
believe
looking
could
clowns.
possibly, and like again, this has like a really, really clean like head stamp. I don't know why my phone is doing that,
Yeah,
but
that head stamp is cool too. Yeah, there you go. That's clean.
yeah, there we go. But
Good
it's
height.
super pronounced over like this one, which I think is very similar.
What up, Tommy?
And then there's this one, which is just, I believe, a leopard yellow belly. So no fire in this one, but it's similar head stamp kind of, but just a leopard yellow belly. Nothing really too crazy with this one in
That's
the
still fire
patterning.
though. I like how
Yeah,
leopard did this job on it. That's a clean snake.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
then
dinker got interesting for sure.
no. And then there's this one who is probably the tiniest of them all because this one only wanted to eat once for me so far. And I breed my own African soft furs, but this is a fire yellow belly.
Come on.
But again, it's like possible dinker. I don't know. It's pinching. It's kind of connecting at the back end here, but for now, it's just fire yellow belly.
It is giving that pattern on the other side of the body though.
Yeah.
Look at it. That's
Hey,
wicked.
I'm gonna
That's
check
wicked.
off. I got COVID. I've been trying to stay on for you, but I'm gonna go rest.
Later, Prophecy. Thanks for coming up,
Later,
bud.
Prophecy.
All right,
Thanks, man. Hey, it's been fun talking.
Fun talking to you, brother. Peace, peace.
Yeah, this was pretty much a highlight clutch for me this season. Just I'm gonna try and put these back in order now before
Yeah,
I
I've been getting
forget.
more joy with it for sure.
Definitely something interesting going on. You
Yeah.
definitely might have something there for sure.
Yeah, I got some stuff to prove out for sure, and I'm waiting on some tests to come in so I can try to test for some things that a few people have talked to me about, like specific genetics that the dinker could be. So I'm gonna wait for that to kind of happen, but it's irrelevant until I prove anything genetically here. So unless I could test for it, and they don't really do that yet with their testing. But all right, this one goes next.
I have a couple of the same issues. There's something else definitely going on, and I'm not quite sure what it is. It kind of looks like this, it kind of looks like that, but testing will show me what it exactly is. I mean, I'd say by February, I will have everything tested to where I know where everything's at, like what everything is. Because instead of testing or hatchlings, I'm testing the parents that the hatchlings came from. So, you know what I mean? I'm not back tracing and seeing where it came from.
Yeah, but that's kind of what you got to do, though. You got to really you either got to breed for it or you got to test for it. And thankfully, you have the test now. It streamlines that kind of process, not waiting 4 or 5 years, 6 to 8 years to prove something out. Like I can't imagine Ozzy hatching out orange dreams that weren't really as nice as maybe the first few were, maybe, and then questioning for a few years till he hit the super, and then the super was like, okay, that's obvious, but who knew? I mean, he's probably mentioned it a few times on any of the lives, but you have that that waiting process of breeding to prove anything out, and
for sure.
Now we can just shed test. But so this is a kind of a girl that hit that 1,000-gram wall, then backed off. Then I got her back up to around that now. But this is a blackhead GHI het desert ghost female. Oh yeah, she's just gonna take off, obviously. Stay here.
Black pastel leopard visual desert ghost.
Yeah,
that's hypo.
This girl's belly's pretty sick too, though. It's it's all new, newspaper gray kind of look to it. It's really muddled weird. And yeah. But yeah, blackhead GHI, het desert ghost, and then I had the pastel version that I was kind of selling at the time. When they were born, I offered it up, but everybody said, no, I don't want pastel. So
Well, pastel and desert ghost is like needed. I feel. Like
Yeah,
pastel should be making a comeback because it's needed in places.
it's so nice, pastel just it's unless I guess if people don't see it in person, they really don't know. But this is the pastel blackhead GHI het desert ghost.
Look at all the graining it did almost on there. That's wicked. On all the blushing.
Yeah, it's just show your head off. Come on. She's reaching that 1,000-gram mark too. But of that, I don't think she'll stay still here. Maybe she will. But that's going to glow when the desert ghost, when you get desert ghost in there, even with the pastel, like you're not going to have any of the muddleness. Some of the flaming will be like just blushed out and bright, almost like it's kind of is now, but it's going to be so much cleaner. But I decided, like, after a little while, since nobody wanted the pastel, I'd just keep her and raise her up and just have more females.
Yep.
Kind of hold on to and breed. I'll get another one out here that's along the lines of GHI and pastel, but this is a firefly GHI, that desert ghost female. So it's just fire, pastel, and GHI, that desert ghost. She's roughly 1,500 grams. What's that?
Said firefly.
Firefly
GHI.
Yeah, she glows too.
Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah, I'm gonna work some,
For all you pastel haters out there.
I used to be one.
I've already tried to pair.
I like it.
My Spondylus desert goes to her. I'll pull this female out. She's been eating well and building right now. This girl was proven to lay, but her clutch last year was all deformed. At the hatching time, three of the 7 eggs went bad, and then the 4 that hatched were all deformed. But this is a pastel chocolate hypo het desert ghost female.
Some chocolate. That's what's come on. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the pastel chocolate. This girl, I picked her up when I saw her for sale, like instantly. But I now have a male that I've been pairing to her. It's not like a great combo to pair, but it's just something to make something with. But I picked up a Champagne Enchi desert ghost het hypo male, so I can kind of go back, to the hypo with the het hypo and the desert ghost to the het desert ghost, and try and make some double visuals there.
Yep.
With that. What else can I? Oh, I got some stuff over here. This girl's also GHI. This is some more GHI. So I got so much GHI shit, but this is a GHI pinstripe, and then that yellow belly clown male that's het pied. So she's het clown, pos het pied. But that's GHI pinstripe yellow belly, at least for now. I might test her for yellow belly just for the hell of it because of that dinker possibility. Like you can see some of it there linking up, and
that's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool how I did that. That is wicked.
But it's really nice, and just I kind of like the red tone. When she was hatched, she was like this fall kind of color. She still is, but she had like this. The stripe was completely like golden, none of the muddled brown coming in on it. But yeah, she's really nice looking snake. So
I agree.
Well, she's trying to get away.
I'm out of here. Well, Matt, we're over an hour, bud. So we're just letting you show what you want to show. But whenever
I hear you. Hey, if you want to see anything else, that's fine. I don't mind staying on a little longer, but it's up to you, man. It's your show.
I'll let you show whatever you want to show, buddy.
I'll show a few more things. I don't I don't have too many visuals yet. A lot of my visual stuff kind of failed last year. Right. But a lot of the hets, a lot of the hets are fun to look at, in my opinion. Again, nothing like groundbreaking yet as far as visuals, and probably by the time I hit some, they won't be. But oh, that's right. I moved the one female.
All my het-to-het pairings last year, the only visuals I hit came from double het to double het or triple het to triple het last year. It's crazy. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't.
Got to keep them good graces up.
I didn't meditate enough. I'm blaming it on myself.
All right, so we'll go back to the trick stuff. This is, I don't know if you want to guess or not, but
Oh, dude, I'd say calico trick maybe.
It definitely looks calico.
So this is a spot nose Enchi trick. Het Desert Ghost, female. So spot nose Enchi and trick. And then she's Het Desert Ghost. Now I'll go backwards. I'll show you spot nose Enchi, and I'll show you spot nose Enchi vanilla. The vanilla looks similar to this, but not with the patterning, but the higher white sides on it. But so that's
spot nose Enchi hypo Het DG. Or no, he's a Het clown actually. Hypo Het clown. And
really
the difference is that hypo changes in the Enchi spot nose is crazy.
Yeah, the only problem I have with the Enchi and spot nose together, especially in Desert Ghost, is that I could show the male off then, but it's just kind of a dirty combo. It doesn't help the Desert Ghost at all. So as you can see with this one, it's like, I don't know, it's going to be probably a muddled mess even with Desert Ghost. It's just going to be brighter and probably not much cleaner, but it's a female and it's got some stuff in there and we can always make something else out of it. We don't have to, hope for the spot nose and Enchi combo. But so there's that one, and then where's here? I'm reaching the high levels here. Hold on.
You need a step stool.
And I'm short, so.
Or you just need to be tall like me.
Okay, here we go. Anyway. So this is the spot nose Enchi and then vanilla, and you can see the higher white sides on that. And not much of a difference as far as like the pattern, but the pattern in the other one was definitely a little more wonky and had some of those trick elements of like the arms or whatever. But so the difference between this, now I'll try and get all of them out, all three, but they're all like ready to run here. But I'll get a spot nose Enchi out so you can kind of see that together.
Let me out of here.
And then you can see the difference where the vanilla comes in versus just the regular. So this one here is spot nose vanilla. And I have them when they're hatchlings, like side by side, and you could easily see like how much brighter this one was. No, stay there. So they always want to go towards the camera stand, and they're going to like knock the camera over, probably. Sure, so I guess there's not much of a difference here, but the heads are, this one's a little bit brighter, not by much. And then the higher white sides on this one kind of separated a little bit. Some reference pictures I picked up kind of helped out a little bit. But if you check my Instagram out, and again, like you don't have to, it's not that big of a deal. When they were babies, you could see like a huge difference in them. But yeah, there's that. And then I have, okay, you go there. Here.
Again, we might get cut off of me. If you guys do, my computer's starting to go haywire again over here.
Happens.
So that the spot nose Enchi was from a totally different clutch, and that was double Het DG Clown. The other ones were just Het Desert Ghost, and then this is just a plain Enchi Het Clown Desert Ghost.
Right.
So that's just the Enchi kind of out of it all.
Yeah.
And here I'll show you how kind of like this male looks, so you can kind of see this is the male, but you see how dirty it is for a Desert Ghost. This is a spot nose Enchi Desert Ghost male, and he is
crazy.
Yeah, he is a handful and a half.
That was bright.
Yeah, it's definitely bright, but it just the muddled sides, like all the kind of the granity dirt on the sides that like came in with that. Like I'd rather see something a little cleaner with the Desert Ghost, but I had to at that time I had to get something with spot nose and you know, this girl's in shed, so she probably won't move much. But this is just this is the sister who's a little bit smaller, but this is a spot nose double het Desert Ghost clown female. So these are sisters here, along with the spot nose entry. And then I hit like a 1.6. I think, if I remember correctly, I sold two. I sold an entry and a spot nose double het female. And then I hit one spot nose entry double het male. So it was like both genes kind of at play. Because I took my spot nose entry at the time, it was just the spot nose entry Desert Ghost to a clown female. So just to make my double hets. And I got a really just lucky clutch at it, just how the gender and genetics kind of panned out. But
right on. I always enjoy.
But yeah, I mean, like that's kind of some of the extent of some of my initial projects beyond the babies that you saw today. I have a lot of like adults that are around the same kind of stuff. I have some like blackhead vanilla stuff, and I have a spot nose blackhead vanilla het Desert Ghost female, and just some other odd and end stuff. I got candy projects I'm working. I can always click back over to the other camera to kind of end it here, you know, if you want. But
yeah, that's cool.
I'll go over to that one a while real quick and end this one if I can.
We will remove.
And is my camera going crazy? Can you see mine?
Yeah, you're going in and out. It's like kicking you off and then bringing you back.
Yeah, my computer's acting crazy.
We're going to end it off anyways. We got one question to ask you, Matt, that we ask everybody, and then we'll end it. What superpower would you pick if you could have any superpower?
What happened? I'm sorry, I was muted and I had this computer muted because of the kind of the.
All right, so the question we ask everyone is, what superpower do you wish you could have if you had a superpower?
Oh man, superpower. All right, let's use a little humor here, and I'm not like super short, but if I could be like a giant, just grow into a giant, let's just do that. I would do that. That covers the height of flying, you know, and moving at a fast speed, giant, you know. So let's do that. Let's have fun with it. My little ass would be blown the fuck up. So
that's kind of handy.
No, but what I was saying when I was muted when I came over here is like I was just going over like I have some candy pie projects I'm working, some other stuff that, you know, isn't necessarily worthwhile showing off at this point in time. So, but can we see the blackhead spot nose vanilla really quick? I can.
Blackhead spot nose vanilla.
Yeah, and so real quick, I'll preface this: if you're not accustomed to blackhead and spot nose together, it's similar to like blackhead or what is it, spot nose and spider, or whatever. Like it almost creates a normal looking snake. You got to kind of like understand that there's spot nose and blackhead there, and I'm not just trying to say this, but it's a kind of thing. And then I've hatched out blackhead vanillas, so I know what they kind of look like. And this has a head stamp to kind of show.
Right on, Justin. Appreciate you, buddy.
But, yeah, all that. That's not the right one. That is a leopard phantom GHI het Desert Ghost in shed. I think it's not this one. That's the one I just came out. This one over here.
He's on his tippy toes there.
So
see, his giantism would have worked there. He could have just grew an extra 5 feet and been fine.
So this is the spot nose blackhead vanilla, and if I can get the head stamp, kind of the dead giveaway on the spot nose and the vanilla, and then it's obviously blackhead, just how dark it is inside.
Darkness, yeah, you could tell it's definitely darker.
Yeah, so like I mean, I could get the blackhead female out. I could show you guys the blackhead female, and then I could show you the blackhead vanilla, and then it kind of takes it to this step where the spot nose, you're getting some of these like floaters that you would see in spot nose, a little bit more like that rounded top, the head stamp as well, but it kind of like it combats between each other, like the spot nose and the blackhead. I think because they're allelic, I believe. If
yeah,
I'm right.
They're allelic.
I don't keep track of that stuff as often as I should to really like repeat any of it, but yeah. So
I got the list. I could send them to you if you're interested in just having
I think
them.
I have it somewhere on my computer for sure. I have all those like lists and stuff, but yeah, like so I kind of want to see what the desert goes. She's being curious. That's cool. And there's a spot nose for you right there in the nose, kind of. That's where they got the name. They still have the dot on the head, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. It has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's her. But yeah, she's a lot of these females are getting up to that size and starting to build a little bit. And I've been pairing here and there with some things. Yeah, you just gotta stay in your tub here. I am no longer working like genetic stripe stuff. That was like my early kind of attraction to the ball pythons was like genetic stripes and stuff. So I do have a male that was like my second pickup ever, pastel butter genetic stripes. So like I like that stuff, but I'm not really working it heavily with breeding. But yeah, I had that. I mean, there's so many different little things here. Like I have a pastel double head desert ghost clown because I'm just trying to make, some visuals eventually. Here's a blackhead vanilla, so you can kind of see the difference. She's right here. Might as well get her out, whatever. But this is just a blackhead vanilla. She's got a brighter head than your normal blackhead, which would be completely black. And then she's just bright on the sides.
Lots of contrast.
Yeah, and when they're younger, they're always much brighter. But yeah, there's a lot of contrast, and it's just, I feel like the vanilla, especially in like a super form. So I have a male blackhead vanilla. I was gonna make like a super blackhead, super vanilla thing, maybe one day, or just to mess around. But I'm debating selling her at this point. I got some things I want to kind of move on from, and I have het desert ghost stuff with other genetics and stuff like that in it. The original blackhead, I mean, it's not anything again to like kind of look at, but just so you guys can see, maybe somebody doesn't have the basic kind of like visuals of some of these things, but here's the original mom with like just the original
dark
blackhead female. Yeah, it's really dark, but you get more of like a standard kind of brown on the sides. And then the head, I can't really show the head. There's a light bit of blushing, but it's mostly like black.
Darker than usual.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and when you're hatching them out, there's so much of a difference between, a regular blackhead and then a blackhead vanilla or whatever else. But
right on.
But yeah, I like the blackhead stuff. Some of the stuff that I've been able to hatch out, it's pretty fun. Black pastel, GHI. I got your basics, your pinstripes, red stripes, fire, stuff like that. Fire is great in clown. But what's up, John? I saw John just stopped in over here in chat.
Yeah, we appreciate it. But we're going to end the show now. We're 22 minutes past what we normally do. You just got on a roll. Yeah. We just kept let you going.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. And I've shown some things off before on on Keys Constrictors and stuff. A lot of some of the same stuff, but I didn't get to show off some of the other things. So like it's fun kind of going through some of it. But again, a lot of it's basics that I'm kind of starting to move on from, that I got what I kind of wanted out of them. And now, you got to kind of roll along with some of the younger stuff. And I think this year will be a big year for some visuals. So I'm hoping.
Right. So you said Instagram is kind of like your biggest platform that you're on, that you post on?
Yeah. I don't even really enjoy it that much. I don't know. Social media is a joke to me, man. I just like going on and trolling and just being, who cares, a menace, right? But yeah, that's mostly where I'm at, where I post most of my stuff. So I like to keep the pictures fairly well, and then the storylines, whatever I feel like, and I like to engage and follow. For the most part, I try to follow back anybody and everybody, unless they're like private or something that I'm totally not interested in. Or if like, it's just, maybe there's two pictures and you have one snake on, and I'm not sure if you're just a pet collector at this time. And it's like, maybe you got to post a bit more, but I mostly follow everybody right back. If you have a snake on eggs, or you're like a family or something that's trying to breed, I'm following you right back if I can. And if I haven't, it was way back, and I just haven't from then, probably for some of those original, things. But yeah, Instagram. I don't like Facebook. Facebook's like,
Facebook's like a red flag to me. I don't even do it no more.
I know, man. I just, the stories I still hear, and it's like, why are people on there? I don't know, man. I guess that's where those stories belong, right? But
Yeah.
whatever, Facebook's Facebook, and there's a lot of good people on all platforms. But
Sure.
yeah, I like to stick to one. I don't have a whole lot of time to go do 2 or 3 or 4 at a time. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, we appreciate you
I
for coming
appreciate
on.
it.
We
Hey Ken,
appreciate
thanks
you
for having me
doing
on, man. I appreciate it for sure. It was a fun little night, and
some awesome
hope to
snakes.
talk
Like,
to you soon.
I'm fascinated by dinker projects. If I had the room, like my racks would be filled with dinkers because
I have 2, but maybe, I mean, I don't have time really, and we want to get off, we want to roll, but I am doing Holly's show tomorrow because I promised both of you at some point. Maybe I didn't promise, maybe I was like, like I'm not doing it, but then I did Jeremy's, and then it's like, oh, I feel, and then I want to get everybody in at this point and like, show some respect because you guys respected me enough to ask me to be on your show originally when I wasn't too interested in any of these shows. And
right.
so, yeah, like, I mean, I want to, just show that respect back for even asking me to come on. It's, one of those things. So
Appreciate it, bud.
I got kind of talked into Nicole's originally. She was on my ass about getting on her show. I said, okay. I can't say no like 30, 40 times, like I just can't. Let's do it, Nicole. And then I, was friends with Jeremy for a pretty good amount of time here and did his show. And then it was like, okay, that's kind of it for now. And then some other people asked, and it's like, okay, let's do it. And but you guys asked back what, like I think it was 2 years ago at Jeremy's original picnic.
Yep.
And I wasn't doing anybody's show at that time. And that's when Nicole asked as well. And it was like, oh, like no. And I got to open up to some of this stuff, right? And just kind of like chit chat talk, and
we just
know your channel, get to know your friends, and
fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So, I appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you.
Keep rocking. We appreciate you. Keep grounding it out. Sponsors: Chris from BNS, The Chipper, Coco to Go, Static Morphs, RGI, 217 Pythons, Big D's Pythons and Geckos. We appreciate your support 100%. Chat till next week. No, actually, no, till Thursday. We'll be on Justin's channel from Petra Pythons, I believe. If that changes, we'll let you know because he's having some issues, so that might change. But we'll see you around. We appreciate your support, and yeah, see you next time.
Later. Thank you.